In this tutorial, we are going to create a blog application using our Ruby on Rails starter kit. The starter kit has been created in order to save some time when building a new application, and it does that by including some core functionalities that are universally used when developing a Rails application. As an example, the starter kit includes core Ruby gems, which are basically libraries, user, user authentication, active admin. Active admin is a gem that allows us to manage all of the models in one place, and many more functionalities. Uh, as I said, the starter kit will be the baseline for our blog application. The, the main functionalities of the blog will be the admin can create articles and manage all of the articles. The normal users will be able to comment on said articles, and the admin as well can moderate those comments. There will be Facebook integration for our articles, like the like button, proper Facebook shareable links, and pretty links, which is the inclusion of the name into the URL. Most of the news outlets and blogs do this. Um, because setting up your own environment, your own local environment, is quite a hassle, we've chosen to use Cloud9. Cloud9 that doesn't require payment. The basic features are free of charge, and they are enough for this tutorial. So let's get started. To create a workspace, we click on this create a new workspace button. Here we have a form, and we need to state a name for our workspace. I'm gonna choose web blog. Okay. We have to give it our baseline, our code baseline, which is our starter kit. The URL is https bitbucket.org takeofflabs /utech2017.git. Now we have to choose the Ruby on Rails template, and we can get started. Now it's creating our workspace. Don't worry, it doesn't take that much. It's a matter of seconds. After the setup will be done, our workspace will be available, and we can change code, we can run our application, and well, we also have a terminal window. Like I said, on the left we have our typical Rails application. On the bottom we have our terminal window, and on the center we can edit our project we can edit our files if we click on them. We also have here, if you want to search various things, you can search here in the navigate tab. One quick note: the Rails application or framework enforces the MCV model, the MCV paradigm, which MCV stands for Model View Controller. Thus, the most important files are the model, which is here under the app folder, view, and controller. As Cloud9 states, we need to run this command. This command has to be run because in our gem file we are using Ruby 2.2.2, and this will install a version of that Ruby. After this installation is done, the Ruby, we're going to run our script that we've created. This script will let's run it right now because it's gonna take some time, like a matter of 5 minutes at long. So we'll run, and what this script does is that firstly it parses our gem file and will install our gems. Like I said, there are libraries in a more general term, and after that it will create our database and run our migrations, which are the versioning, the Rails version of versioning, of database versioning. One of let's see what important gems do we have here. Obviously, the most important gem here is Rails, which is our web framework that we're using right now. Another very important gem is PG, which makes a connection to the database. Authorization we're doing with can. Gem is a very nice gem because it simples. It's more simple way to make authentication. Active admin is somewhere around here. We're going to use it plenty of times in our blog application because it creates the admin, an admin dashboard at our fingertips. We just need to create a new file and we have all the features we can create, we can edit, we can delete one model by just creating a simple file in a folder. And not last but not least, check editor gem. We're using check editor gem in order to create our blog articles. As you can know, in a blog article you have complex text, like you need to align something, you need to make it bold, and check editor gives us that feature by creating a web form or a field by creating that field into a very powerful text editor. And displaying the text is super easy after that because internally the gem transforms the edited text into HTML code. As you can see, the gems are still installing. It's almost done. After this, as I've said, it will create our database, or start our database session, and we'll run our migrations. As I said, the migrations are the Rails versioning of the database. They are located here, and config. Here we have the database configuration file. Cloud9 can be very flexible, and we can also add a remote database, but we're going with this one right now. So the migrations have been run. So now we click on run project to see how the project looks right now, in what state we are, and then we're going to code. Our Cloud9 gives us a host link right in the bottom right corner. So now, as I said, the starter kit comes with some features, and one of them is authentication. So let's make an account. we're going to make a test account, test.test.com. This is typo. Password. Sign up. Now, oh, I didn't match the password. Again. This proves that my password is not password. Never. Now we are editing. This is our edit page of the user, so we can change change it into a new password, add an image, and that's it. We're going to sign out because this is not our tutorial. I'm going to show you the functionality of the admin created by the active admin. As the admin we have this and admin at example.com and the password is password. We could change that, but for the sake of this tutorial we're going to not change it. Never. Now as I've said, the active admin is a really nice gem because it allows us to manage all the models very easily and everything is at our fingertips. We already have a tab for users, and here we can see all the newly created users. We can enter new user and we can edit it. Let's see how the form looks for the add a new user, and we have most of the fields here. Now let's do something for our tutorial because I've only shown you things. Okay, we need to think about our application, our blog. What do we need first? First, we need the most important thing is the articles model. How do we create that in Ruby on Rails? We create that by simply typing in a command, which is Rails generate. What do we generate? Model. And now we state the name of the model, article, and now we state the fields. Okay, the first field will be the title. What is the title? Is a string. We also need an image, which is the image. Well, the image is in the end it is saved on the database as a reference to an external link, so it's still a string. And the body is text. We are inclined to say that it's also string, but text is way better for us because text has a higher character limit, and in a blog article we need that. This will create several files. One of them will be the article model under the web models here. Another one will be the test file, like spec models article spec. This is the test file that we're going to use later. And the migration. The migration, as I said a couple of times, is the versioning of the database. And right now we have the migration, which states that it creates a... I don't have enough battery. Which states that we create an article table, and we will with the fields title, image, and body. Right now this change in the database has not been done, and we need to execute another command, which is rake db migrate. This will execute our pending migrations, which is this is the only one pending, and as you can see it has been migrated. Okay, now we need to add this articles model to our admin to our active admin, and we do that by creating a new file in the admin folder called article. And as you can see, we don't have the tab, but we copy the code from the user RB under the admin folder. We paste it and we change the first line to article. Now now we will have the article tab. We can click it. We can add our articles. We are not 100% satisfied with this form. We need to make some changes. One of the changes will be the title will be we need to validate the title to be present and unique. Second of all, we need to for the image field it needs to be a field selector. And lastly, for the body we need check editor because we don't want text, simple text. How do we do that? Firstly, we go to our IDE and we go to the model article, and validation in Rails is super easy. We need to do is validates title uniqueness true and presence true. So let's refresh, and now we will see that the title is did I write it? Presence true. I had its title, not Tyler, or what did I wrote? So now we see this character that says that it's required. If we create a new article, it will show us that it can be blank. Okay, now we need the field image, the image field, and so we do that by specifying to our model that the image is basically the image field is basically image or an image of some sort. So we copy this code from user RB mount uploader image uploader, and now we will it will show us the image choose file field. And now we need to change the body field to be check editor, and we do that by going here, and we need to add additional code. Firstly, I need to change the tabs because it's annoying. I'm used to 2 tabs, and for some reason the Here it's 4 tabs. Oh, we should be okay now. We need to add additional code, and it will be form do f. We close the form. Now f.inputs do, we close the f.inputs, and we write f input title. We like this, f.input image and f.input body, and we need to specify as check editor. Alright, now if we refresh the page, it will show us our check editor, which looks like this, but as you can see there is a bug, and in order to fix that bug, this is a bug between check editor and active admin. I think in the later versions the bug is fixed, but we're going to fix this ourselves, and we need to do that by going to the navigate and write active admin, and we choose this activeadmin.css file. Here we need to extract the ID and type it in. I know the ID, and will which is CKE underline article body, and we need margin left 20%. Alright, now it looks nice. Now we need to add our articles. I've chosen 3 for myself, which are basically animal articles. I have cat, dog, and spider, and lorem ipsum text. So we're going to write cats are cute, classic blog. I've added the image, and now I need to add the text. One thing I forgot, as you can see we don't have the actions. I forgot to go to the article, and now we need to specify the actions. Okay, now we go again. The text, the image, and the title, cats are cute. Okay, now we create the second article, which will be about dogs. And what do we know about dogs? They are cute too. Dogs are cute too. And we copy the second and third paragraph, so it will be more text. And here I will present the power of check editor. As you can see, I can edit them easily. And our last article, spiders are not that cute, but I bet some people like them. Okay, now we have three articles, as you can see. Uh, the body contains HTML code, like strong and stuff like that. And now we need to display these articles. How do we do that? We need to create a controller and the views. Okay, and we need to change the root for our application. Right now, if we don't have anything, it will go us to user admin, user sign in. So in order to change the root, we go to the roots file, roots, which is in config roots. Here it specifies that our root is users edit, and it goes to user edit, and if sees that we're not logged in, and it redirects us to sign in. So we need to change that. Well, we will have uh, articles, a controller name articles, and an index page. So if we go like this, it will says that we don't have articles controller, because the root is basically a map or a legend for our uh, Rails application to see what URLs needs to be created. So it says that controller article and method index. We need to create the controller article. The article. Yeah. And to do that, we have to create a new file called articles controller.rb, and here we need to create a class articles controller, and we also need to be this class needs to be inherited from the application controller. And let's refresh it again, and we will see that we don't have the index method. So we create the index method, def index, and now it will show us that we don't have the view file. So we create the view file. The view file can be created here. We create a new folder called articles and new file index.html.haml, and we will add a paragraph with which will say hello world. So everything is done nice. Is done. Every link is done from the roots to the view, and we need to show the articles, our articles. How do we do that? Well, in the index from our articles controller, we need to specify a new variable called articles. It doesn't need to be called articles, but let's go like this. And article dot order and created at disk. And let's go into here. Now we need to display them, because as you've seen, I refreshed the page and doesn't show us nothing. So we need to add some bootstrap classes, which will be call xs12, call sm6, call sm offset 2, and we need to parse the articles by integrating Ruby into our HTML file. So we'll do like this: articles.each do article, and let's display as an example the image tag article.image, and let's keep it like this for now. We also want to display the body, and we'll do it like this: article dot body, and let's display also the title, which will be article dot title. So now we have the title, the image, and the text, but it looks awful, so let's improve this. First, we need that the title and the image to be centered, and the image needs to be scaled, because right now it goes off the container. The container is like around here. So we do text center, which is another Bootstrap class. We put the article. We need to make the article a little bit bigger, which will say h3. That was a typo mistake. Okay. And need the image. We need the image. We need to add some classes and style. It has to be it needs to have style. With that was a bad joke. Okay. Class image rounded. Okay. Now, what? Let's look let's check how it looks. It looks nice, or it looks better, but we also need the HTML to be proper HTML, not just string, and we also need a separation between our article. So HTML save, and now we need to make another if article is different than articles.last, make a horizontal line. Looks better. Now let's also add, usually in blogs on the right side there will be a container that will specify the latest articles. So with quick links. So we go like this: hidden.xs, hidden horizontal line xs, call small 2, call sm offset 2, and we need to parse the articles with an h3 latest articles. And we go as we went here, and now we need to do a link to article.title article path to our article. This will give us an error, and it does that because we haven't specified in the roots that we want a root we want an URL for our show. So we need to go to the roots. Let me close some of these files. Okay, we go to the roots, and here we specify, like we specified for the users, we need to specify that we want for articles. This will create our roots for our article objects. And I also want to specify that I only need index and show. This is not required, but I don't need them. We need separation between these two, so we add a break line at the end. Okay, now we have the articles. We have the links to our individual articles, and let's see if this works. So we click, and it says, like it said before for the index, that the action show could not be found in the articles controller. So we go to the articles controller and we do each step we've done the last time. So we go like this, def show, and here we need, because it's show, well, we need to specify, we need to find our article, and we do that by creating a new variable, article, and we search within article the article with the parameter ID. As you can see, this is our ID, it's ID 1, and we need to search the article with the ID 1. Okay, now as you know, if we refresh now, it will show us that the template is missing. So we go again, we create a new template called show.html.haml. Here, because here we need this code, because we want to be consistent. So in order to do that, we have two options. We actually copy this code like this, or we create a form and we use that code in the index and in the show. And we're going to do that, the second one. We create a partial by click and new file. We create a partial with the name underscore form.html.haml. Here we passed our code from the index. We can delete this, and in the index we render partial form. We specify the partial, and now we need to specify in a hash called locals. We need to specify the variables used. Oh, I copied here. Okay, my mistake. I copied to the show, not the form, our form. It's fixed now. Okay, now into the locals we need to specify which local variables we use. One local variable, and the single one, is the article. So we go like this, article. We'll use the variable article, this article that we're parsing, and this one will represent this. So if we refresh this, we will get no errors, and we go here, we copy this new line of code, we paste it down here, but we also need this. And we will see that our article is here, and it's the only one. The cats are cute. Now we also want this latest article here to the show. So we do the same step we've done with the form one. So we go here, we copy this, we say render partial and latest articles, locals, articles, and we need to create, if we refresh this it will give us an error, but we need to create this file, latest articles .html.haml. And like this. So if we refresh it now, we will see this latest article here, and we need to add it to the show. What we did here was just preparation step. So we take this, we go to the show, we paste it here, but we also need this articles variable. So we will create a new method which will be private, and def load articles, and we had two options: to copy this code into the show like here, or execute the same code before each method, and we choose the latter. So we do like this, we'll delete this one, and now we specify before action load articles. So before each action it will load all the articles, and that's good for us. Now we refresh it and we will see on the right side the latest article. Let's add it or not. We could add a home button right here, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, now we've done this, we've created an article. Now the next step is, as I've said, creating the pretty links. The pretty links is quite easy, and to do that we go to our form, our article model, and we need to create a new method called def2param, and in this we need to say it, and we need to specify that it returns the ID and the title, and we need to make it parameterize. So we do that by adding this line of code, this method parameterize. We need to parameterize it. Okay, now we hit refresh here, and we go to cats are cute, and we see that our links are parameterized. Next on our plate is to create the comments. And to create the comments, we do the same thing we did for the articles model. And what I mean by that is just do the command rails generate, or generate, I prefer G because it's way shorter, model, and we specify the name of the model, which will be comment. Then we need to specify its fields, which be article ID, which will be integer, then name, which will be string, and body, which will be text. I've chosen this approach for to the comments because our comments will be anonymous, or somewhat anonymous. We create the model. We check the migration to see if it generated correctly. Yes, everything is in place. Now we need to execute the migration, which is done by rake db migrate. Okay, we have the model for our comment. What we need now is to do some light testing, and we will do that by typing rake spec, which will show us that we don't actually have the database for testing. And what do? We go to database.mlm. Let's see if this is the error. Yes. So we change this from development to test, which change this to test because we need a new database name, and we add template with a template 0. And now we do rake db test prepare, and now what we need to do is do respect r rake spec again, and we will see that our tests, we don't have any errors, but we don't have any succeeding tests. I think we have one because we created tests for a user, and we can check that into the spec folder, models, and we have here tests for the user, and we need to add tests for the article and tests for the comment. Firstly, we need to create two new files in the factories, which will be article.rb and comment.rb, and we do that. And we copy this, we paste it to the comment, and we pass this to the article and we say article. So now we want to test the relation between the article and the comments. And how do we do that? We go to the comment spec and we say it tests relation between comment and article. I misclicked this. Okay, and do. Now we need to test that, and we test that by, so we create a new article, which will be article equals factory girl create title A. Okay, now we create a comment article dot comments dot create with the name, let's see, John, and the body hello. And now we need to expect something like an assert, and we will do that expect article dot comments dot size to equal 1. Okay, we execute again this test, and let's see if we have errors. We should have an error because we haven't specified the relation between the comments and the article in the models. Oh, I've made a mistake here. It's factory create article and title A. Sorry. This is not the error I was expecting. As we can see, undefined method comments for article, and we need to define this relation between them, and we do that by going to the article model, and we say that article has many comments, right? So has many comments. Now we go to comment, but not here. We go to the model comment, and we need to specify that it belongs to the article. So belongs to article. And now we should have no errors, and our cert was successful because we've created one comment, and I have an error. Belongs. It's belongs to, not belongs. Now we should have no error, and our next step in the tutorial is displaying the comments. We should create a test for the article spec, but right now we don't have that much information to work with for the article. Okay, now where do we show the comments? The comments will be shown on the article right around here. So we need to go to the views for the articles and show here exactly here. Uh, right. But first, before if we show the comments, we actually need to make a form to create some comments. So we do that by typing form for, and we specify article and article comments build, do form, form dot label name, if I'm not mistaken, form dot text field, not dot, yes, text field name, make a break line, form dot label body, form dot text area body. It will give us an error because we specified that we want form for the method that has article then a comment, and that compiles into article comments path. So we need to go to the roots. Basically we don't have the that path, so we go to the roots, and here we specify that comments are within articles, and we do that like this. Resources comments, and we only want create because editing and deleting them will be done in ActiveAdmin, and this is not for ActiveAdmin. Okay, this looks awful. So we need to change it a little bit, just a little bit. We will add some classes, some bootstrap classes, and will be like form control and form control. Let's see if it looks better. Yeah, it looks better right now. And now we need to add, we need to display those comments. Firstly, if right now we don't have the controller, so we have, let's go create the controller. And we need to create a new controller, and comments controller.rb. So now we have the controller class comments controller, which inherits as well the application controller and its application right here. we create the def create, and now we need to make to pass to type in the logic that creates actual comment in our database, and we do that by specifying the article dot find params of article ID. Now we need the comment, which will be article dot comments dot create and params, or comment params will be. And I wrote with comment params because Rails needs the parameters to be um, permitted. So we go like this: def comment params require comment and permit name and body. Now in the articles we need to display the comments as well. So here it will be comments equals article, which will be this one, dot comments, and we need to display the comments, so it will be like this: comments h5, and we parse like we parsed for the latest articles. We parse all the comments, and will be comments dot each do, and I will say c and c dot body, and I will also say by c dot name. We also add a new h5 where will be new comment. Okay, now it all will work if we did everything. Here we could add something like a notation that says no new comments, but we're gonna say John, nice article. We actually forgot the submit button. And we need to add a submit button, which will be submit tag comment, and we need to add a class which is button default. So John, nice article, and we comment. Now we should redirect. Actually it happens on, yeah, we forgot the redirect to the create, So we need to go here and redirect to article path of article. That root doesn't exist because we only said so yeah, we have a nice article by John. Let's actually improve a little bit that, and by John will be in bold. So like this, nice article by John. Let's do again. Wow. uh, Michael. Wow. And we will see that we will see the two comments, but we need a separation. We forgot the separation, and now we have the separation. So now that we have displayed the comments and we added the ability to create a new comment, what we're going to do is give the ability to edit and delete comments to the admin user. How are we going to do that? We create a new file called comment, like we used to create for the article. So we go here, we create a new file, comment.rb. We copy the code from the users.rb. We paste it down to the comment.rb, and we change the active element to comment. And now, because ActiveAdmin already has a model called ActiveAdmin comment, and we already display a tab with the comment, what we are going to do is type in s and write post comment. Now if we're going to go to the admin page, we're going to have our new tab named post comment, and this post comment refers to our article model. Now, this comment, it can be, this tab can be deactivated in the ActiveAdmin config file. Okay, now let's see if we can edit. Wow, cool article. We update the comment, and if we will go to our site in 1 second, which this is is a comment to the article cats are cute. We go to the cats are cute, and we see that now it's wow cool article. We also have some filtering here on the comments. What we can do is select the article, filter by the name, filter by the body, and by the created ad. So now our next step will be adding the Facebook integration to our articles, and we do that by going to Google and writing like and share Facebook. This will give us a like page button documentation, and as you can see here we have some code. We go to, as you can see, this is HTML code, pure HTML code, and we have to transform into HAML. So what we will do is go to a website called html to haml.erukweb.com. We will copy this, we will convert it, and now we have HAML code. And we copy this until the like button. We copy this, we go here to our application, and we have to go to our application.html from the layouts folder. We paste this, we align it properly, alright. Now here we have to specify a version, because we didn't click on get code button. This also specifies a version based on your pre-existing Facebook applications, and I think in this tutorial we're not going to show that, because probably you don't have a Facebook developers application. So we type in the symbol and specify the version equals v.11. Alright, now we go back and we copy this like button. We go to our IDE and we go to our show of the articles, and we paste it right after the comments, before the comments, sorry, around here. So we paste it. One thing we should change is this data ref, and we actually want to point to our URL, and to do that we embed Ruby code into our string, and we say request dot URL. Request is a variable that stores information about the current request. Alright, now we have our like button. If we click I can see my photo under it, my profile picture, but we actually want also a share button. And to do that we add a new data parameter, and we say data share equals and bigger than true, which means data share true. Alright, now we've got also our share button. If we click it, we can see that our blog application is working. One thing we could do is, as you can see, our blog, our title is not our article title, it's our application title. So what we can do is go here, specify content for title, do, and here we go to application HTML, and we see that our title is blog, and we go here, we copy this title, but we actually, instead of the blog string, we will add the article name, article dot title. Alright, now we have to specify that sometimes we want this title, and content for title, and if we have content for title, we say, actually let's do like this. If we have content for title, paste it, otherwise else else put this title, and we do yield title. As you can see, our title has been changed, and if we click on share button, our is still our title here is still blog, but we need to go to Facebook, debug, because Facebook, when someone tries to share a link, it actually saves in a cache. And now, as you can see, it says that we have a like, but and time scrape was like 10 minutes ago. If we scrape again, as you can see, the title has been changed. We can actually change how a share looks by using this meta with the properties OG URL, OG type, OG title, OG description, and OG image. And let me show you how we can do that as an example, because apparently right now the share button works perfectly for us. I mean, it takes our text. Let me go to another URL to test this share. All right. This is not showing application show. Why is it not showing? That's my question. We just need to refresh it a bit. Now if we share it again, we will see that our image is not always taken as a result of not declaring this OJ title or OJ image. So in order to add those meta HTML nodes with the properties, we have to do something similar like we did this with the title, and we go like content for meta do, and let's get those and go to HTML to AML, our friend HTML to AML. We check if the code is alright, and it looks like it is. We copy it and we paste it, and now we have to change here some things. Here for the OG URL we say that we want the request.url. Content type website, yes. Content title is our article name, and we go like this, article.title. Okay, our description will be our body, article.body, and our image will be this, article.image. And we go to the show and we say if I wanted around here where all the metas are, and if content for meta, then yield meta. So like this, if we refresh the page, we actually have an error, undefined article, and that's because we used article with an at before the name, which is a control variable, so we fix that. And here doesn't like that we misspelled content for, so we go again and we copy this to be sure, just to be sure, and we refresh it. If we will inspect the HTML, we will see our meta in the head node and a lot of in this we have this. And now if we will take this and debug it, we will see that our image is showing. And now we click share, and this is it. The meta tags are very important because let's say we have multiple images, and let's say we have multiple text that I don't know, the Facebook algorithm may get confused, and if you don't specify those meta properties, it will take a random text and a random image and somewhat random, not entirely random, but it's very useful, those method tags. And that's it for the tutorial. Hope you had a great time. Hope I was useful, and see you next time.